Hi, everyone. Excuse me, it's knitting in our jeans, and obviously you can tell my allergies. Some of them are in my throat. And I've just washed my hair. I love to let it dry naturally because then I get a few of the curls. So, yes, it's a bit of a wet head, but we're not going out until later, and so that's fine. I'm wearing my Henley top and rib bottom dress that I have not written the pattern for. Um, but I realize that I think from the knitted tops that I made for Sarah that I want to do it all by gauge and your size rather than specific sizes like a 40 or a 36 or whatever. The other thing I'm thinking about doing once I finish my Princess of Odds is making this into a dress or a tunic. So I have enough yarn and I love it, but I just want it a little longer for me, you know, and I think it'll be lovely. Speaking of my Princess of Odds, I have been able to find more yarn from Imagine It in San Francisco. I bought 3 skeins, and I was prepared to put a black band, or, particularly a black band, around the sweater to separate the dye lots. Imagine my surprise when the dye lots were exactly the same. So I was able to buy 3 skeins of exactly the same dye lot, and I have now elongated the body. Here we go. So I think I've got about 10 inches now. There we go. And I have refinished one sleeve to be down to my wrist. And I am working on the second sleeve to be down to my wrist so that it will be wrist length. And then I will be able to knit all the yarn until I get to the bottom. So I'm really happy I made that decision. Yes, that yarn cost me more than all the yarn I had bought before. But that's fine because at least I'll get a jacket that I'm happy to wear. I'm hoping to finish that by Mother's Day. That would be nice to be able to take it on our road trip. We're going to be driving to South Carolina. I'm looking forward to that. And in fact, if we don't make all our reservations today, we'll probably make them tomorrow. As I said, we're meeting some friends tonight. So probably, and Rich is out working on a boat of a friend. It's good to have people who know what they're doing working on your boat. And since he's not working on our boat, since we don't have one, he can do what he wants until he gets tired, then he can come home. It works out. The other thing I was thinking of, so news updates about me. One, my right knee, the old knee, the original knee, is better, but better wearing my hinged brace. So we're going to give it one more week and then probably call the orthopedist back again because I can't do what I want to do. And I can understand my mother's frustration when she was in her 90s when we wouldn't let her do what she wanted to do, or her body wouldn't let her do what she wants to do. Whereas for me, it may be a knee replacement, which I'm not going to say is simple because I had the other one done. But at least I know that it will get me back to doing what I want to do. And I really hesitate to make plans to go a far distance, like Alaska, with my old knee the way it is. So that's not great. The other thing I realized that why am I putting my sweaters on inside out is because I'm running around the house without my glasses on. And why is that? Well, that's because post-menopause, I steam my glasses. And so quite often I'm taking my glasses off and letting them defog. And also, since my cataract surgery, I've been able to see a whole lot better. In fact, you all are the perfect distance for what my eyes are corrected to. I told the eye surgeon that I wanted to have it set up so that I could see about 22 inches, so from me to my computer, perfectly. And then anything else would be a little blurry, and then to drive, I need my glasses. So to go out, put your hat, put your coat, put your glasses on, grab your purse, and you're out of here. And that seems to work really well for me. But it means that often I'm motivating around the house without my glasses, which is fine. At least they're not foggy and they're not dirty. I have now realized how dirty my glasses get in a moment's notice. I don't know what I do. It must dredge them through the mud, but be that as it may. That's why I don't really notice whether sweaters are inside out unless I've got a tag in them. So obviously, I need to put a tag in my ink cardigan. Yes, that's what I need to do. All right, so I spoke about fixing or working on the Forcera, which I will do, maybe not this week. And I have to say I didn't get to do any embroidery because I really wanted to work on my Princess of Odds. This is something that I would like to get finished. So this is the top. And really, after I finish the sleeves, I'm going to go around and do a crochet border around the entire sweater to make a very serious button band and to stabilize it. And then I will continue down in the length. So I want to get that done. And the other thing I did is I worked on my Nevertheless shawl, our mystery. I don't mean it to be a mystery. But I haven't worked out the final section, so it's a mystery to me already. Oh, I forgot to introduce. So we're knitting in our jeans. I'm flying solo. I'm Carolyn. I'm CPREDMOR on Ravelry. And some of you have been really nice in sending us comments, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I had offered last week to do a row by row or a knit row by knit row explanation of section 2. If any of you feel that that would be helpful, please let us know in the comments or by email through Ravelry or however, and we'll do it. Absolutely. So the next section is back to the gray, and I'm doing all the increases in the gray sections so that the patterning is not disturbed by any increases. So this is you on your first right side row after your knitted section or first contrast color section. Break that off with sufficient length to be able to weave it in. I actually weave it in as I'm knitting the next row for a couple stitches, and then I can take a needle later and weave it in some more. And so you do knit 1, knit 3, slip marker, knit all the way across to the border, slip marker, knit 3. And on the wrong side row, it's knit 3, slip marker, purl all the way across the row, and till you get to the border, slip marker, knit 3. So then on your first pattern row, the next right side row, I'll get it straight, it's knit 3, slip marker, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, and repeat that all the way across till you get to the marker signifying your border, slip the marker, knit 3, you're done. And then the purl rows remain knit 3, slip marker, purl all the way across, slip marker, knit 3. And you do that, I believe it's for 24 rows. I'll look in the comments or in our discussion down below. I'll have it which row you stop at. And then you on a right side row, you do another increase row, and I have the stitch count in the instructions, what you end up with. And after you do your increases, before where you had your stitch markers, there would be 40 stitches in between. So go back in and put an additional stitch marker every 20. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 326. By the time you finish your second main color section, you'll have 326 stitches. And then after you do a knit row and a purl row back, we will break this and start another contrast 1 colorway section, one of these here. So this thing is going to be a very large shawl, and it's probably more round than a half pie, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's going to be really comfortable, and even if I don't use it as a shawl, it's going to be great on my legs on the sofa. So I will be posting those written instructions down below. And then probably work on my Princess of Odds today and try to finish that sleeve, because then, you know, you feel like you've really made some real strides in your knitting when you can finish a section. And then go pick up all the stitches, so at least I have them on the needle. It's just a thing. Or maybe crochet. Oh, bingo. That's certainly an idea. See what else. I don't know whether I mentioned I went to an endocrinologist. It was recommended by one of my doctors. Diabetes runs in the family, and I'm heavy. See this face? This is not a slim face. Anyway, I talked to her, and then I happened to see this YouTube, and this one doctor was talking to an overweight patient, and he said, "What, are you, a child? Are you a child? Just don't put it in your mouth." And I went, oh my God. Stop. Just stop yourself. Bingo, that is the news flash. Stop treating the world as if you're getting away with something. You know what you're supposed to be doing, as all of us do. In whatever environment, whether it's picking up your room, taking a shower, all that kind of stuff. You know what you're supposed to do. Do it. And I've lost a couple pounds. So I'll let you know once we get past a certain mile marker, because that would be a real game changer. And so I'm hoping to get there by Mother's Day, perhaps. What else is new? That, I'm looking around. That is about it. I've only been working on my Princess of Odds and the Mystery Knit Along this week. I've been really pretty good at that. I have been watching first I watched it on YouTube and then it disappeared, the Great Pottery Throwdown. So now I have subscribed to Max, along with Disney Plus and Hulu, to be able to watch all of the Great Pottery Throwdowns. Some people have said that it's one of the best competitions that they've seen. And I have to say, the first season, they're not as gentle or sweet as they become in some of the later ones, because some of the later ones were posted up on YouTube. But I'm enjoying it. And that is about it. I mean reading sophomoric science fiction books. Couple of murder mysteries. Yeah, things are going pretty well. So anyway, I want you to weave in your ends. I expect to talk to you next weekend. I'm not even sure what our plans are. But we'll talk soon. And please let me know if the Mystery Knit Along is giving you problems, or if you'd like to see me go through it and show you how to do those knit lace rows. I'd be happy to do that. And with that, have a great weekend and see you soon. Bye.